John and Mary had been together for 5 years and were very much in love. They had always dreamed of having a family, and they were overjoyed when Mary got pregnant. The pregnancy was difficult for Mary, and she was often sick. John was very supportive, and he did everything he could to help her. When the baby was born, John and Mary were so happy. They named him Michael, and he was the light of their lives. But things started to change after Michael was born. John and Mary were both exhausted from taking care of a newborn, and they didn't have much time for each other. John started to feel like he was taking a back seat to Michael. He felt like he was no longer important to Mary, and he started to resent her. Mary also started to feel overwhelmed. She was taking care of Michael all day, and she didn't have time to do anything else. She started to feel like she was losing herself, and she started to take her anger out on John. The arguments between John and Mary started to get worse. They would fight about everything, from who was taking care of Michael to who was doing the dishes. One day, John and Mary had a particularly bad argument. They were yelling at each other, and they said some hurtful things. After their big fight, John and Mary felt ashamed of how they had behaved. They knew that they needed to do something to fix their relationship. The next day, John and Mary went to see a therapist. The therapist helped them to communicate better and to deal with their anger. They also learned how to make time for each other, even though they were busy taking care of Michael. Here are some of the things that John and Mary did to solve their relationship problems. They learned to communicate better. They learned how to listen to each other without getting defensive, and how to express their feelings in a healthy way. They learned to deal with their anger. They learned how to identify their triggers, and how to use coping mechanisms to calm down before they lost control. They made time for each other. They started going on date nights once a week, even if it was just for a few hours. They didn't forget to have fun. They made sure to do things that they enjoyed together, even with a new baby in the picture. It took some time, but John and Mary eventually got their relationship back on track. They learned how to be parents together, and they also learned how to be a couple again. Here are some additional tips for couples who are struggling after having a child. Don't give up. It's normal to have ups and downs in your relationship. Don't give up if you're having a hard time. Seek professional help. If you're struggling to fix your relationship on your own, seek professional help. A therapist can help you communicate better and deal with your anger. Remember that you're not alone. Many couples struggle after having a child. There are resources available to help you. With time, effort, and patience, you can overcome the challenges of having a new baby and come out stronger as a couple.